to the pitch. Invigorated press 104.
Enough of that stuff, it's time to go live. Hello everybody, welcome to DeWitt on this fine Sunday afternoon / evening, perhaps morning where you might be, but hey, for me it's afternoon. How's everybody doing? I'm doing great. Let me just make sure I have sound, because you know me and my sound. I think I've got sound, although this is not working. Hang on, did my camera freeze again? Did my computer freeze? Oh, something's going on here. I think, hang on. No, we got sound. We're good. Awesome, we're good. Sound is good. Okay, so let me go and say hi to everybody. Welcome. I know I missed last Sunday. Personal reasons, stuff happens, health comes first, all that stuff. So cheers to everybody for a wonderful Sunday here. We're finally getting to something everybody's been waiting for. Well, I've been waiting for. So I'm excited to get started on this project. So let me go say hi to everybody first. Hello, Jerry, and share it on Group and X. Thank you so much, Jerry. I appreciate that. Another CG is here. Wiki Central, Andy Visley, Tuxedo, Sam the Rat Terrier, William Nelson. Ooh, who else? Let's see. If I miss you, forgive me, as always. Ranch Kid, Jerry Martin, Jerry, Ranch Kid, another CG, Wiki Central, Tuxedo, Jerry Martin, Wiki Central, Sam the Rat Terrier, Ranch Kid, Tuxedo, another CG, 3D. I'm just reading all the names as the comments went on. Tulsa Skin is here, Indie Nations is here, Andrew Humphrey, the Class Clown is here. Everybody's here. Look at that. We have 21 so far. Awesome. Thank you, everybody. Like and subscribe if you're not subscribed. Shame on you. You shouldn't be here. You shouldn't enter the Polymaker draw. Just kidding. Anybody can enter the Polymaker draw. It is pinned at the bottom of the chat. We'll do a draw for some Polymaker in a little bit. You never know when, because I want you to stick around. It might be the very end of the stream today, so you do stick around, but you know, we'll see what happens. So there we go. Hey, and Betty Boop is here. And anybody else here? No, I think that's it. I think that's all I see for now. So we're going to start today on the MOG kit. As you all have seen, if you've watched my previous streams, I did open this kit and show everybody what was inside it. I have been printing like a banshee since Friday. I just decided on Friday, this is the weekend we're going to start this kit. Excuse me, it might be a little noisy. I don't know how much noise this thing is picking up tonight, but it might be noisy. I currently in here have 5 printers working hard printing parts for this. We have the Creator 5 printing parts. We have the Mini over there printing parts, the Bamboo A1 Mini. We have the Centurion, the Elegoo Centurion Carbon printing parts. We have the Bamboo A1 printing parts, and we have the P1P printing parts. So we have 5 printers going on it here. On Friday, I used 4 printers at the office, including I was able to gang a lot of things up on my big Arion X400, the 400 millimeter printer. I was able to put 4 of these plates on the one printer. Right now, we're just working on our color group 2 and our color group 3, I think, which is basically black and silver. I still haven't decided on a main color for the body of the truck. I'm thinking red, I don't know yet, but that's a little ways down the line. We've still got a lot of building to do before I even have to think about that. So a busy shop is a happy shop. Yes, 1 bed slinger, 2 bed slingers, the A1 Mini and the A1 are printing them, and they're doing a fantastic job. I'm using a combination of Polymaker filament, of course, bamboo filament, and I even have a roll of Arion filament running some stuff. So hey, why not? Oh, and I did put a roll of Oh, and then I have some 3D Printing Canada or something TPU going on the A1 Mini, because there are some TPU parts in this build. So there we go. There we go. Let's see. Oh, so that's the background noise. Sounds pretty good for 5 printers going. Good, good. Yeah, they're all going, and they're all going strong. My bench is actually shaking a little wee bit because we got the Creator 5 right here, and it's just doing obviously a single color print. It's running the black, and it has a lot of shaking going on, but even with all that shaking, the parts come out beautiful. I'm very, very pleased with that printer, but that's a whole other story. So without further ado, let's get going on this, because it's a long build. I know that my fellow Canadian Canuck creator, Taylor, the Canuck creator, is already on part 4 or 5 or something of his build, and he's done really well on it, but he's a lot more experienced in building things than I am. He has a little bit more of a analytic mind when it comes to these things than I do. I struggle a little bit more, but hey, we get it done. But I like to think that I represent the average person. I don't know, maybe not. You know, maybe that's just me, but we'll see. So let's get going. I'm gonna try and keep an eye on the chat as we go in case there's any questions. PetG for supports on the PLA. I haven't been using anything for support material other than doing the supports, the type of supports that they suggest in the printing guide, and all the supports have come off cleanly and easily on everything so far. Like there's supports underneath these parts in here. You can kind of see that's a hollowed out part, and all the supports, for the most part, they just stick to the bed, and the supports just pop off real easy. It's really interesting because some of these parts call for 30 perimeters, which is overkill, but I think it talks about the 30 perimeters giving the maximum strength. So it's doing 30 perimeters to give the part strength versus infill and perimeters combined. It's quite interesting. 30 perimeters and 95% infill, you're gonna have a strong part. So yeah. Hello from Las Vegas, Richard McLean, hello. And who else has popped in? Clownhammer's here. We're gonna get going. Just gonna say hi to the catch up here. Okay, everybody's here, caught up, 26 people. Let's go ahead and sit down. I'm wearing my Kool-Aid shirt tonight. I'm not drinking Kool-Aid though, I'm drinking water. So, out of my FIFA McDonald's World Cup cup. So there we go. Okay, so I'm going to be following the instructions. I did print out the instructions, but this is gonna be a big build. I don't know if I have room on the bench to put my paper instructions as well, so I'm gonna put the instructions on screen. So what I'm gonna be looking at, and I'll show you what I'm gonna be looking at. Oh yeah. Does it say oh yeah, or does it just say Kool-Aid? No, it just says Kool-Aid. What I'm gonna be looking at, water and vodka look alike. Yeah, I guess they do. I actually had Maria made me a nice drink today. I forget what it was. It was one of those slushy mixed drinks you pour out of the freezer, and had some nice premium Jamaican rum in it, and it was good. So, and it was strong, but I enjoyed it. So, but I never stream and drink, so I know that's no. So, or I don't drink and stream, or stink and dream, stink. You know what I mean. Hey, David Walton, how are you? Okay, so what you guys are going to see is not this, because that's what I'm seeing. Is what I'm going to be looking at is this here. So this is basically the start of the online manual that you get. Okay, so we've been through all this before. You know, it's the Casadio build, and one thing I want to say before we get too far is wrong camera. I do want to say thank you to LDO for sending me this kit to show you guys and to build on the stream. LDO has been a great partner of my channel for a number of years now, and I do thank you and I appreciate it. And also thank you to Polymaker for being a partner, allowing me to give away filament each stream, and providing me with filament for some of my projects. Thank you guys very much. So, as I was saying, so here's what we're going to be seeing. I've been using this for my printing guide. So I did not print the test print up here that they said, because I believe my printers are pretty well calibrated, but we'll find out as we go, I'm sure. But I believe I'm up to, and including what's on the printer right now, I'm up to plate number 15, 17. I'm up to plate number 17 right now, including what's on the printers right now. And I have to decide on my color, because the next plate is going to be some of my color group 1, which is the main color of my vehicle. So I have to decide on the main color of my vehicle after this stream, before next week's stream possibly, if I want to continue printing the parts. So there's where we're at. But right now, the last part on the printer here is plate number 17. Each one of these numbers represents a plate of parts. They do fit on a printer for the most part up to a 256, 256. A lot of them actually fit on the Mini. So, but I try and gang them up as much as I can, especially on my 400mm printer. So we are going to be starting here. This just talks about all the part lists, about your printing instructions, and change log. And it says basically if you've downloaded the files prior to November 2025, I downloaded the files after November 2025, so I don't think I'm worried about any of these changelog parts. We are building the 6-wheel version. I am going to be doing the camper add-on to it, which is going to come later in the build. We get the truck built first, then we do the camper add-on, okay, which is this little guy here you see, except in the 6-wheel version. The Overland Pack, I guess it's called, is the Overland Pack, which is an additional 134 printable parts. So it'll be interesting. So we are working on part 1 now. We're going to be doing the frame, and there's a certain part here after we get the frame done that I'm going to have to stop because, let me get back over to my other screen here now, this one and this one, because I had a failed print earlier. I had a tangled filament, or not a tangled filament, I had supposedly a hot end clog in my A1, which I don't understand why it was giving me a hot end clog error. It might have been, anyways, I had 70% of the one plate of gears printed, and it said hot end clog, so I looked and nothing was there, so I restarted, and then I just said, oh, F it. And I canceled the print, and I put the filament over on my P1P. It's printing just fine. I threw a different filament on my A1 in a different slot. It's printing just fine. So I don't know why. But if I get to that part where I require those gears, I won't be able to do it today because there is another, let's see, that's a long print. There's another 3.5 hours left on that print. A lot of these plates are long print times because, again, 30 perimeters, 95% infill, and a lot of pieces on the plate. So there we go. Let's see who said what, when, and where. They did an amazing job with the instructions. The instructions are great. Hazmat MOG. Don't want to have to pull the stream over. No, exactly. They look alike in the glass. Okay, you guys are just talking about my drinks. Yeah, there we go. Okie doke. Okay, so let's get going. I'm going to need to get some screws out here, of course. This is just the windshield, and some pieces I'm not going to need right away. I'm just going to put a few things off to the side. Hardware and cables. I'm probably going to need some hardware because I believe this is all the screw packs. This isn't all, oh yeah, this is a lot of the screw packs. I mean, there's a lot of screws in this. I can't believe how many screws are involved in this build. So I'm probably going to need those. I'm not going to need any electronics right away. I'm guessing I'm probably, for now, just going to need these screws to build this frame. I won't need the battery, I won't need the motors, and I won't need the tires. And just for those that haven't seen these, that's the size of the tires, so you get an idea how big this build is going to be. And there's 6 of these, 3 on each side. Come on, 3 and 3 on each side of these tires. It's going to be, it's going to be a big build. I hope I left enough room on my bench here for the frame. So, I got something in my pocket that keeps sticking to my magnet here. I gotta move this. This massive magnet keeps sticking in my pocket. Let me move that over there. Oh, that's much better. My pants kept sticking to the thing because I have keys in my pocket and it keeps ripping. Anyways, whatever. Okay, let's put that in there. And we're just going to move this aside for now. Okie doke. And let's start building. It's the ankle monitor. How many spools will it take? That's a good question. I haven't really calculated the number of spools, but if we look, you can go get the instructions. I believe they're available. I believe the instructions are available without even buying the files. If you go, I did put a link in the description to LDO Motion and the to the MOG model on the LDO Motion site, which is a worldwide site. And I think they say you can view the instructions and printing instructions on it. But basically what the printing instructions will do, and I should figure it out, and I will calculate it, and I am keeping tabs of what I'm using, is that it does tell you on the side and on every part that you're printing how many grams of filament or how many kilograms of filament it's going to use. So in other words, this one says 0.09 kilograms, which I believe is 90 grams of filament. But it gives you the number of kilograms of filament each plate is going to use. So you can go through all 50 something plates. Let's see how many plates are in here. It looks like by the time we get to the end, we're at, because we have 130 plates. Yeah. This is building I think this is just for the truck itself, or is part of this for the trailer. But yeah, it looks like 150 different files here to you can download and print. But you go ahead and look at that, and you can probably calculate the amount of filament. Honestly, I don't know, and the instructions don't say how much filament you're going to be using. So, because I think some people may use different infills, some people may use, I don't know, so to answer your question, I have no clue. So, and that's the honest answer. Let's get back to my regular scheduled window. 0.9 kilograms is 900 grams, so 0.09 would be 90 grams. Okay, there we go. It's that whole Dewey Decimal System, right? There we go. Guess you'll find out. I will. It's not that much, though. I don't think it's as much. I would say, just based on what I'm doing so far, you might use 5 kilograms of filament. It's going to be interesting to weigh this model when I'm done. Like I could actually just weigh each bag of parts that I print. I could weigh them and see, but hey. Okay, vase mode every part if you're on a budget. Vase mode, there you go. One crash and your whole... Can you imagine? Can you imagine? 90 grams is nothing. Yeah, that's heavy. So I don't know, I'm just top of my head, 5 kilograms of filament, 5 rolls. Anyways, let's get these parts out that we printed here so far. These parts have all printed pretty decently, no problem at all. This is the stand. This is the stand that we're going to end up putting the frame on to build the frame. It's like your jacks or whatever you want to call them. Okay, and then the rest of these are just the parts that we're going to be using to build the frame. And I have the overhead view I'll put on as we go ahead and start the building. This whole bag, like for instance, this whole bag was 4 plates of parts. This was all done on the 400 millimeter Arion printer. Everything printed really well. I do have different levels of shininess and stuff on the parts depending on the printer I'm using, depending on the spool of filament I'm using. As I say, I'm using three different brands of filaments pretty much for the main parts, and 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 different printers. So we're just going to do as we need to do. So let me grab these screws. I got to open this big bag, and we're going to get into some building. 17 pounds. That'd be heavy if it is. I am building the RC version with electronics and all. Yes, I am. I am. So here's all the screws. This is one big 525 pieces of M216s. And that's the biggest bag. And then 289 pieces. It looks like it's all M2s. 289, so we're seeing 250, 289, 300, 5, 800, 910, probably 2,000 screws or more here that I'm counting in this thing. Well over 2,000 screws. So yeah. Just the weight of it in screws alone, right? So there we go. And we have a whole bunch of nuts, lock nuts, some longer screws. I haven't watched any of the builds for this yet. I don't know any tips and tricks that we're going to need, but we're going to learn that. We'll figure all that out as we go along. The smallest bag of screws here is 2 pieces of M316s. So there we go. Okay, there's all the screws. And I'll throw this bag off to the side and put my knife out of there so it's not within reach of me, and we'll go. Break out the electric screwdriver. Yes, I will need to do that. Just passed up ultra tight, no license class. Most of the screws are M2s. Yeah. Minus supports, actually, is exactly another CG, minus supports. Okay. Okay, so let me switch screens here. I will, how can I do that and keep an eye on chat? You know what, let me grab the paper manual here. I want to keep an eye on chat, but if I switch screens to look at the instructions, I won't be able to keep as close an eye on chat. But if I just pull a few pages out of this at a time, like if I just say, there we go. So if I just say pull this many pages out, I can just put them off to the side. And this is basically everything that I would see on screen. So let's just do that. I printed the whole manual out. It's 1,000 pages, but I was able to get 2 per page double-sided. So I printed out about 250 or whatever it works out to, whatever it worked out to. So, okay, so frame assembly, first step. Okay, so I have to find the different parts. Let me see if the overhead camera might be better for you guys for this part. Yeah, there we go. And let me turn my light on so you get a little better. Ah, that's a little better. You get a little bit brighter so you can see what I'm working on here. So we're going to have a left and a right frame, obviously. So first we're going to do, we need M2 by 10 millimeter screws, which is that's the M2 by 16. M2 by 10s are right here. I'm going to grab myself a tray, and I'm going to eventually be getting a lot of some trays to hold these screws in, but I'm just going to dump a handful of those out. Okay, and that way I don't lose any if I keep them in the magnetic tray here. There we go. Hey, 3D Medic Vince, hello, hello. Powered screwdriver, yes. Hopefully I have a bit that small for my Fantic. Let's see what I've got. I think I do. We'll pull the Fantic out, and I'm pretty sure I charged that before I put it away. Okay, and let's just see if for sure. I know I don't have one in here, but I'm pretty sure I have. No, this won't go down that small, but I believe I can steal a bit from my Linus Tech Tools screwdriver. I think this is the one. No, that's not the one, but let's just see if I have one in here that's that small one. I believe this is it right here. Yes, it is. That's it right there. And that should fit on the tip of my, doesn't fit the best, but it should work. We'll see. It should work. Okay, there we go. So let's get going. Okay, so we need that piece, and then I'm looking for another piece that looks like this. Nope, I just need to, it's like putting a puzzle together, obviously. So that's the piece I need there. And I need the one that's curved down, so that is going to go on like this. So we need 4 screws in here. Yeah, so some of them have the plate texture here, plate texture here. It doesn't matter because this is all underneath the truck. So, okay, our first screw. Da 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 da. Drum roll. Do 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 do. Or is this view better here? Either or. I don't know. Whatever view. I'll switch back and forth between the views. So we just got to make sure everything tightens plastic, screw it into plastic. So just got to make sure we don't over tighten things and drop screws like I am just now. How about a military style look with camo color scheme for the body? Paint the parts in the slicer and print them in flash drives. Oh, that'd be cool too. I may have to consider that. Okay. I don't want to over tighten. There we go. First screw is in. Yay! Okay. Can you imagine if I did all these by hand and didn't have a power driver? Gosh, I got to turn this clutch down to number 1. Which is harder, number 1 or 3, I wonder? Or would number 3 be... Oh no, number 1 definitely, because I don't want to over tighten these. Okay. Oh, I turned it off. There we go. Yeah, especially with my bum shoulder on my right arm, my arm would be tired already with just these first three screws. Get wrist tendonitis. Yes. So I'll build as much of this as I can live. It'll take a while, but I'll do as much as I can on the live stream. So there we are, perfect length screw, of course. Okay, that's the first one. Yay, first piece assembled. Da 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 da. Hey hey. Okay, I'll stop. I'll stop. Now we need M2 by 10 again for this piece here, which looks like it's a curved piece. And it looks like, not that one, no, not that one. Where are we here? It's here somewhere. That's the mirrored image of it, and I need the other mirrored image of it. I think it's that one right there. That one right there. There we go, and we need 4 of them here, so we're going to do the top 2 and the bottom 2 holes. Even though there's 7 screws there, but they only say to put 4 in. So that's what we're going to do. My shoulder is not, my shoulder's not doing too bad. It gets fatigued very easy still. So I've got an MRI. Get this, here, welcome to Canada's healthcare system. My MRI appointment is February 2028. The soonest they could get me in was February 2028 to do the MRI on my shoulder. Meantime, I'm just doing as much movement and strengthening of it as I can, but it still gets fatigued extremely easy. So yeah, thanks for asking though. But yeah, I just shake my head whenever I, think about that. So yeah. Yep. That's the Canadian healthcare system for you. Now I can pay for an MRI about $900 if I want to get it sooner. Okay, don't want that to be stripping. Want to make sure I don't strip this bit. I don't know how well these bits are built. Well, it's either the bits or the screws, but there we go. There we go. These are going in nicely. I need a faster driver. Nah, this one's okay. It'll be interesting to see how many screws I can drive in before the battery dies. I do have what's called Blue Cross insurance. I don't know if you have Blue Cross in the U.S. I have Blue Cross insurance up here, but I don't know if that covers, if that would cover an MRI. It's pretty, okay, and then we're going to keep going to the next page over here. So let me just switch over to this, guys. Oh, wrong camera, overhead. So we're going to the next page. So we just finished this, and we're just going to go to the next step. And we're looking for that little SE type part that I had, which I believe was this one. That one there, is that the right one there? I think that's the right one. We have the 1, 2, 3 holes and the big holes and the little hole. Yeah, that's the right one there. And we're putting 4 screws in here. Them 2x10s. This is the one side, then obviously I'm going to have to mirror the other side. So glad to hear you're doing well, Jerry. Jerry was messaging with me today and says he's healing well, which is good. And progress is progress. Okay. Hey, Klondike. Let's switch back over to this one. I'm just going to fire back and forth between the 2 cameras just because this will give you an idea of how long it's taking one of these screws to go in. Okay, we got this piece in now so far. And then it looks like, now we got another one that looks like, we have two, and it looks like this. Oh, this is this is gonna be one big flipping truck. Look at how long this thing is. Oh man. I'm excited. I'm excited, but I think I need a bigger bench. No, it's okay. Worst case, I'll have to take the Creator 5 off the bench or move it down further. I'm just for poops and giggles. I'm just gonna, just really quick, because I have two power screwdrivers here. I'm just curious, because I got this one as well. I just want to see if one's faster than the other. Not that I care. I mean, it's not going to make that much difference, but I'm just curious to see if this one is any quicker. Just curious. This one is called a Duratec. Oops, helps if I go the right way. They're about the same. They're about the same. Yeah, about the same. But the Fantic is a little easier to grip. It's a little narrower. Oh, this is starting to. Either the bit is stripping or the screw is stripping. Let me see. It's almost like one's metric and one's not. Let me see if there's another bit in here. These are very, very tiny, tiny, tiny screws. Let's just see. No, that's the right size bit. But it's not, maybe it's not the best quality bit. Let me try something. I do not want to have to do these all by hand. Let's see. I think this little bit, I think that little bit is starting to strip a little bit. Not like I'm putting a lot of pressure on it. Come on, really? You're that cheap of a bit that you're going to strip that easy? It almost looks like it's the wrong size. So it should be a 1.5 millimeter. This almost looks too small. Okay, let me check one more thing. I might have another one. Let's see, is this a 1.5? I can't tell, but let's just see. I may have to buy a new bit. No, that's a 2. Oh, that's a 2 millimeter. Oh man, okay. Let's see. May have to get creative. May have to get creative. Okay, so let's see. Okay, we have that one. Let's hang on to you. If I have to screw them in by hand, I will. Okay, and then it looks like we have a part looking like, it's got a flat end. It looks like this. Is going in these two holes. Where are we going in with these? But got the upper part, we got these two holes. Tell me I didn't put the wrong part on there. Nope, pretty sure that's the right part there. Oh, I think I did put the wrong part on there. I did, I put the wrong part on here. Okay, let's see if I can undo them. It looked like the right part. Boom, boom. Oh, it looks very similar. Okay, I screwed up. See, I screwed up already. And that's not even going to let it come out. Oh man, you know what? I think I am stuck with manually screwing things for now until I get a new bit. I may as well order a few 1.5 millimeter bits. That is going to suck. Womp womp, stream is over. No, if I have to, I'll do as much as I can by hand, unless there's a way I can figure out to adapt. This thing fits just perfectly. I have a feeling that Linus Tech Tips bit I got is too small. It feels much smaller. Well, not much, but it feels smaller than 1.5 millimeter. So I'll do them by hand if I have to. Actually, I might be able to fit this piece in my drill and just use my drill. Let me just get this piece off and see. I just put the wrong piece on here. See this right now? My arm is fatigued already just doing that little bit. So definitely need a power driver for this. Okay. You know, I'm just going to leave those 4 screws in there. They're going to go in somewhere eventually, but the piece I actually needed was this piece right here. Okay. Okay, let's just see. Doing these by hand is going to be a nightmare. So this thing will come off. Okay, that'll come out. I wonder if I can adapt this to fit my drill. Let's see, where's my drill? Let's just see if this is even feasible. So let's just see. You know, they say where there's a will. So that goes in there. That goes in there. Let's just see if this will work. Till I can get something bigger or some new tips. That works. It goes faster too, but I just got to be careful at the end. Because I don't want to over tighten. See, where there's a will, there's a way. Will Wheaton, Will Smith. I don't have a torque, or I do have a torque setting on this drill. Hang on. I didn't realize I had a torque setting. Let's go down to 4. No, let's go down to the minimum. Let's go to the minimum and see how it does. Thank you for mentioning that, Moist Maker. I didn't realize and who else said that? Yeah. I didn't realize there was a torque setting on this drill. Let's see what happens. Yeah, that's even to the lowest torque setting. I still got to be careful. I can feel it. I can feel it when it hits the bottom. Yeah, we're okay. I'm just going to have to order some more 1.5 millimeter bits. Okay, so now I'll complain to Linus Tech Tips and say, your tips suck. No, I would not dare do that. Okay, now I need this piece. I don't think it matters which way. This is going to go on here. Okay, so let's just get a couple screws started in here. Oh, these are 16 millimeter. Okay, M2 by 16. Okay, so that's this big bag. Whew. So obviously we're using more M2 by 16s than anything. Oh, and it is a big bag. It's double bagged. Look at that. It's so big. Okay, let me find another tray. That music tells me one of my printers is done. Okay, we have another tray. Use a nearly dead battery. Yeah. Well, this will work for now. I just have to be careful. At least it saves my arm. So let's dump a few 16 millimeter ones out here. Okay, perfect, and I can use the other half of this tray over here for other ones, but we have some 16mm guys here. Okay, let's start these. It's even hard to lift the drill. Okay, it's hard to lift the drill with this arm too, so that tells you kind of how bad my arm is. And let's just get these poking through just a hair. There we go. Okay, now we need to put this in this way up. Let's go ahead and do it this way and make sure I'm in the holes. There we are. In the holes and in the holes. Okay. Okay, good. That one's on. And then we have our two little loopy pieces. And I don't think it matters which way, but it shows the round edge going forward, so we'll get these ones on. So this is going in these little holes here, and these are the M2x8s, which is the 8mm pieces. Oh no, 8mm is even shorter. So I need some M2x8s. M2x8s right here. Okay, so we'll throw some M2x8s in the other half of this tray. Oh, come on. There we go. Okay, we'll throw a few of these in here. Okay. Okay, let's get these started in the hole. Actually, for these ones, I was going to say I'm going to use the hand screwdriver for these ones. That won't quite work, but yeah, actually I do have a, bear with me 1 second here. Where did I put those? Always know where your tools are. I might have thrown them out. I had another set of little hand ones, but I don't know. Is that the right one? No, that's not the right one. I thought I had another 1.5mm hand one I was going to use just to get these little ones started. That's all right. Okay, so we'll just do this, and we're going to go in the hole here. I can feel when that comes through, and I'll feel for when this one comes through. There we are. Okay, and then we'll, similar thing, I'll hold this with my arm, line the holes up. There we are. And come on. There we go. There we go. Well, that doesn't feel quite tight. Okay, that should be good. And then the other one goes 2 holes over right here. These are ones where I really want to actually think what I'm going to do right now. Come on. Where did I put the handle? Right here. Sometimes you just want to do something by hand because you get a better feel for it. Because it's not a thick wall here that these are going into, so Last thing I want to do is over tighten these. And let's just make sure on this one that I didn't. And I think I did over tighten that one slightly. Yeah, but that's okay. We're going to have the other side. So let's just get these ones going now. So I guess the lesson is some of them you're going to want to tighten by hand because you get a better feel. Although that doesn't seem to... No, they're not. They're kind of, I guess, meant to be loose because those won't really tighten up without continuing to turn, so I don't want to overdo that. There's no end feel to it, if you know what I mean. Okay, but we're good like that so far. Okay. Okay, let's put that back. Well, let's make sure what we're going to do next first before I pull that bit off of there. Okay. How big is this thing? It's big. It's 1 to 7.2 scale. Yeah, not so much stripping as it is, it's not tightening as much as the rest of them. So the holes in this thing are obviously a little bigger, but I don't think this needs to be tight. I think that's just mainly a support. But we'll find out as we go. Okay, next page. Okay, we'll put this aside. And I think I'm going to have to do the exact same. Well, you know, I may as well start the mirror. No, I'll do the mirror image after. We'll follow the instructions here. So we're looking for this piece. No. This piece and this piece. And it looks like these go together like so. And we need M2 by 16s. And that's these ones, and we're putting 3 of them in. 1, 2, and 3. So I do want my power driver back. Okay. And if I miss your question by chance, just post it again, because I'm looking at chat as much as I can, but the more I look at chat, the slower I go. So, okay, 16 millimeter, here we go. That 16, that went right through. Huh. But it does say M3 by 16s. M2 by 16s, okay. That seemed to go right through though. I didn't overly tighten it, over tighten it. Let's try this way. Oh, ow, 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 that went right through into my finger. Okay, they know what they're doing. Check the part orientation, yes. Obviously you want the little gap in between the 2 pieces here. This one I will be a little more careful with my finger on the other side. Okay, there we go. See, the screws are sticking out a little bit on this side, but that's the size screw they said to use was a 16 millimeters. Okay, no worries. Okay, now we need, looks like we're coming on the end of this piece here. And this piece goes in like this. In the 4 holes with M2 by 16 screws. Like this. Let's just make sure we're right. Da-dum, boom, boom. Okay, M3 by 16s it is. 4 of them. Yes, Indie Nations, that's a great idea because there's so many different sizes here. That's a great idea, and I will do that in a minute. I'll do that before I start the other side. I like that idea, thank you. I have a labeler I can do that with. Okay, 2 more of these. My fingers are the sacrificial depth tester, so I know when it goes through. At least they're not pointy. There we go, okay. And then, let's see, now this has to go on this orientation here. So here's where we're at on the instructions, just so you want to see. We're doing the bottom part right there. Okay, so now these 4 are going to line up with these 4. I need a bigger bench. Come on. Let me put these. Okay, come on, line up there. And there. Okay, as long as I get one going first, I'm good. There we go. Get the corner, the opposite corner. There we go. There we go, last one. If I do these by hand, I'd still be on the previous 8 screws ago. There we go, so that's in there. I'm building the 6x6 cause print, 6x6. Okay. So far, we are this long. I'm just gonna grab a drink here. Oh, sweating. It's a hot day here today. The basement's cooler than the rest of the house. Okay, so now, repeat for the other side. So yeah, I kind of thought. So our next step is we're gonna repeat the other side. So we're basically gonna do the mirror of what we just did. So I'm gonna take this as my kind of guide. First thing I'm gonna do though is what you suggested. Let me just quickly grab, where did I put it? Bear with me 1 second while I grab something. Hang on. It's worth taking a couple seconds out to do this because it'll save me a lot of hassle down the road, but I just got to remember where I put it. I think it's in a drawer over here. Maybe it is, it should be. Maybe it's not. I'll just use tape if I have to for now. Yeah, I don't know where I put it. It's one of those things that I put away because I don't use too often, and where I put it is a mystery, but that's okay. I'll just do it the old-fashioned way for the time being. Yeah, I think I will have to move the printer for sure. Okay, so, but for now, I'm just going to take a couple pieces of tape here. I really like that suggestion. So, and then I'm going to grab my little marker here. And those are M3 by 16s, M2 by 16s. And we have the M2 8s. And then we have the M2 10s. Okay, there we go. Okay, so we have the 16s, the 8s, and the 10s. There, that way there's no guessing. Great suggestion, thank you. Okay, so the mirror of this is going to be, we take this big piece, and it was this one. No. Yeah, this one. And then we have this one. No. Just gotta find the right pieces here, folks. That one's gonna go on the other end. This one goes there. It's like a jigsaw, but this one here, and this one here. Okay, so Now I want to put the screws on the outside, so that's going to go like so. And all the screws are on the outside, so we're going to do this. We're going to mirror that. There we go, 4 of these. And that was the, I'm just going to back up through here so I don't mess this up. And these were the, so let's do this in the proper order. This went on here, which went on here, which is that one, okay. Is that the right? That does not look right. What am I missing here? Bear with me. Yeah, I think that's right. That's got to be right. Okay. Okay, so these I already got the 4 screws in because that's the piece I screwed up. Whoops. Is an M2 172 scale of the actual bolts? I don't know. That's a good question. I'm keeping it for, as far as I know, I'm keeping it. So we have that one, and then we have that one. Okay, which is the right one? Yeah. It's just weird. I'm doing it in a mirror here. So, and those are M2 by 10s. That's these ones. Yeah, I'm keeping this as far as I'm pretty sure I will. Until I get bored of it. Be fun to play with. I'll take it out and race it. No. Let's just see how big it is. How easy it is to move around. You're sold, looking for it now. There you go. And I think like any of the LDO kits, I don't think you need to buy the LDO kit. You could probably source everything yourself. But I just find self-sourcing stuff can be a hassle. And that's going to be the mirror of that. So we need 4 on here. I believe everything was just 4. I like the kits because, you know, number 1, you're not paying multiple shipping charges. And number 2, you know you're getting the correct parts. And I haven't checked the wiring out, but all the wiring should be ready to go too, without having to do much soldering or crimping. So, at least that's what I found with the kits when doing the Voron builds, right? So. Okay. Okay, there's that one. And then this end piece goes on here, like so. That is correct. Yes. Do I have one of the tires handy? Yes. Let me just finish these 4 screws. And I'll show you the tires. Where are we at? About a half hour we'll do a Polymaker draw. So if you haven't clicked and entered the Polymaker draw, it's pinned in the chat. Go ahead and click that link and enter. Okay. Okay, and that's done. That's good. The tires for scale, right here. Here's 2 of the tires. So, 2 of the tires. They are let's just see for scale. Well, what's this for scale stuff? Let's just tell you that the tires are, the outside width of the tires is 150 millimeters. So there we go. They're bigger than donuts. Whoa, scared me. You scared me. Do you want to say something? You want to say hi to everybody?
Hi, this is just a quick one. Guys, hit that like button, subscribe, but I came here to ask for that 50 bucks.
It's on the counter upstairs.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. I didn't take it. Yeah. If you want 50 bucks, you go up and ask your mom. Kid came down and asked me for 50 bucks. Huh. Getting to that age now, right? Where he's gonna start asking for it. No, it's on the counter upstairs. You gotta open your eyes and look. Well, then get it. Don't threaten us with a good time. No, I won't. Back in the day, it was $5. Tell me about it. And you know what? It'll only get worse, right? Okay, frame, blah, blah, blah. Where am I here? Okay, a mirror for the second side, and we're going to join these two sides together, like so. Like, whoops. Like so. Like that, there, and there. Well, let's just get one going at a time. So, I just want to make sure the size of the screws that we used on that one. On the front one, we used M2 by 16s and then M2 by 8s for the other one. So 16s for this one, and that was this hole here. Let me feel that. There we go. Here, let me switch this for you. You didn't take the 50 bucks, I swear. That's funny, Deanna. Oh, and by the way, hello. I didn't see it pop on. And this one. Okay, and then on the other ones, we'll just get these end ones started here. They were, da-dum-da-dum-bum-bum. Da-dum-da-dum-bum-bum. They were M2 by 16s as well. Okay, so we'll get them going down at that end too. 4 of these. I imagine they would have probably included some spare screws in here, but who knows. That's these 4 here. There. Whoops. Come on. Find the hole. There we go. 53 people watching. Awesome. Thank you, guys. Gotta love that nickel store. Hey, Chad 3DP. Now that's $50 store. Yeah, I remember as a kid. Okay, now this is aging me, but I don't care. I'm 63. Born in 62. You guys all know that. I remember a little candy called a Mojo. I don't know if you remember the Mojos. 2 for a penny. 2 for a penny. You're lucky if you can buy, well, you can't buy anything for a penny these days now. Okay, there's that one. That one. We'll get these 2 end ones in. These 4 end ones. Whoops. Come on. Okay, and then we just got to get these 8mm guys in these holes. These are the ones I'm going to actually remove the bit, and I'm going to do these by hand. because they're not really tightening in there. So these are mostly, I think, just for stability. In the U.S., I get rid of the money. U.S. We got rid of the pennies in Canada. I'm surprised you guys still have them. There we go. And line these up. It's about right there. Did you find the hole? There it is. There it is. Okay. Without pennies, how do you make a wish? It's going to cost you a nickel to make a wish. Come on. Inflation. Or maybe even a dime to make a wish. I don't know about the States, but in Canada they used to make the pennies. They used to make the pennies out of copper. Now copper costs more than it costs more to make a penny than it's worth. Okay, we got the frame so far so assembled. Okay, that and that, that and that. Okay. Let's see what we're doing next. Okay, so that's that part. Boom, boom. Oh, let's keep these in order. 14, 15, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Okay, repeat for the other side. Frame assembly, repeat for the other side. Okay, so we've got that done. I think we've got everything done we need on the frame now. We've got the 2 and the 4, 4, 4. Yeah, okay. So this now looks like, oops, this now looks like that. Looks about right. Okay, so if we're looking at the drawing versus the frame, I know it's hard to see in here, and it's hard to get this frame in full view. Anyways, trust me. I know it's right. Famous last words. Okay. Frame assembly, 6x6 only. So this next part is for a 6x6 only vehicle. So this is what we're doing right here. Okay, so we're looking for this part here, which is one of these. And we're looking for this part, which is this. And we're obviously going to need this other one of this. Okay, let me sit down again. Who was on the Canadian penny? Queen Elizabeth. Queen Elizabeth, M2x16s. Okay, so we want to make sure that the side with the 2 holes, so they're basically circling, saying ensure that these holes are pointing up, because the top of this has this very specific, really hard to see actually, it's probably going to be shown better on the overhead camera, not really, but the tops of these have very specific holes on them. Hard to show on the camera, but we got to make sure orientation up, and then this one here, like so. So we're going to do M2x16s again, so 4 of these suckers. So let's put the thing back in the drill, so we don't need to do these ones by hand. I will be getting a bit, trust me, so I don't have to keep doing this. I'll be getting a couple more 1.5mm bits. Probably get a whole Google of them, a gaggle of them, because they can wear out, right? Okay. turn that torque down. And let's do this. This is a lot of screwing and repeating, screwing and repeating. Okay, so. They've actually already changed our quarters. We have King Charles on our quarters now, starting to come out. And I think they're going to start, any new money that's printed now will have King Charles on them. So, does that mean any money with Queen Elizabeth is going to be collector's item? I don't know. I have no idea. Ow, ow, oh, that hurt. That screw gets hot. Will the old money still spend? Oh yeah, legal currency is legal. Legal tender. It'll always be legal tender unless they take it out of circulation. The penny, I don't believe the penny is any longer legal tender. They did give it a year or so after it was taken out of circulation. But yeah, legal tender is legal tender. Money cannot expire unless, of course, they take it out of circulation and they say, okay, after X amount of whatever, you can no longer spend whatever. Okay, so we're going to do the same thing here. I keep forgetting that, yeah, going through this plastic, these screws get pretty hot. So I got to be careful on them coming out the other end in my finger. Is this the right way I'm doing? Yes, it is. Yeah, they've started already. You can lose all your money, go get the keys, and that's cool. That'd be fun. You know, you keep it for having your parties and you have your friends gamble on your slot machine. Oh yeah, you could still use them for the metal, I suppose, yeah. But a retailer does not have to accept the penny anymore. Whoops. Okie doke. Whoa. These ones are nice and tight. Okay, that's those part only. This is for the 6x6 assembly only. What's the other side say now? Okay, now we're gonna... Okay, so we have these two parts here, this and this right here, these little guys. And looks like we're gonna do again 4 M2x16s into the one side, and then we're gonna mirror it on the other side, repeat through the other side. Okay. So we're going to 4 through the outside. So on this end, it's going to be the outside 4. So 4 and 4 on both sides. So we're going to need a few M2x16s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 of these. Some store will still take them, really? I don't know, but I don't think stores have to. The penny's been gone for a long time, so... Now, if you still have pennies, you can take them to a bank, and the banks will exchange them for you. But then that's hot. Then they will be destroyed. Did a firmware update on your Centauri Carbon 2 and it won't level now? Oh, that sucks. Can you backdate the firmware? I hate when they don't test firmware thoroughly enough. so crap like that doesn't happen. So this one here, we want the bump up, and then we want that to go in the middle 4. So that's going to be, that's sticking out just a little bit, and that's going to go in those middle 4. Is that right? Is that going to stick out that little bit? Yeah, that is going to stick out that little bit because we're going to join this to something else. So these N4, oh I see, okay, the N4. Because this is just a joiner piece, looks like. So we're going to put that on the N4. Come on, let's need to put these in just a little further. So I can grip the holes. There we go. That's better. There we go. Okay. And the other side. Still waiting on your canvas. Me too. Me too, Jerry. They told me August. So we'll see. Now, to me, that's ridiculous because a lot of people are getting them already. I'm probably not going to want it when I get it now. But, yeah, I'll put it on, of course. But, yeah, the wait time was crazy for that. I got my Creator 5 a lot faster than I was expecting based on what they said too, so some surprises do happen. Okay, next joiner piece, we'll do this. And let's find the holes, there we are. Okay. Okay, there we go. That's that page done, and now we're going to join this. Oh my goodness! Just when I thought this was long enough. With the 6x6, we're adding this piece to the end here. So, holy crapadoli, this is going to be long. Okay, so we need 8 more of these 16 millimeter guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Look at that, I grabbed 8. You can still cash them in. See your donation. Did I get a donation? I didn't see that. Let's just see. Oh, Richard Las Vegas, 2,000 pennies for your thoughts to it. Thank you so much, Richard. I appreciate that. Oh, awesome. Thank you very much. Why did that not show up in my chat in here? There it is, look. Richard, I appreciate that very much. Thank you for pointing that out, Jerry. Wow. I probably have $20 worth of pennies laying around somewhere. I used to, well, I have a bag somewhere in one of my drawers over here that has coins from all over the world. I still have like just different things. I used to collect coins, then it got too expensive to start collecting things. It didn't show up because you paid in pennies. No, it's there. Thank you so much. I have some, I think you guys call them Sacagaweas. That's $1 US coins. I don't know how well they went over because you guys still have the $1 bill, but I still have a whole schwack of those Sacagaweas, I think they're called. Yeah, I just collect different, I don't know why I have these. Not that they're going to be worth anything more, but just because. A 1904 penny. See, now that's probably a collector's item, especially if it's in decent shape. Oh, the Flash Forge just finished whatever it was printing. Rolled them all up and brought them to the bank. $300. Wow. No more pennies there. Is the U.S. Do they plan, or has there been talk about getting rid of the penny down there? Because I'm really surprised they still have the penny. Mostly for collecting. Hardly anyone spends a dollar, any dollar or $half coin, yeah. Penny is gone. In the States, James? I've got a few $half coins, American $half coins. I've got a roll of Canadian 50-cent coins, but you don't see them. They're legal tender. But you know, if you were to spend them, you'd probably get looked at like you had two heads if you tried to spend it. Okay, so we want that part down, and then this part's going in like so. So there we go. Let's get these, whoa, I just knocked something off. Let's get these snugged up. Why did that one come loose? And this one. There, that's better. Okay. That's one side done, and then we'll just do this other side up. Come on. Oh, they stopped making them, but they still circulate them. Okay. Well, they'll eventually take them out of circulation, I would think. Okay, and I think we're all good. There we go. There's the full length of what we're seeing. So you imagine that with the tires on it, and you can kind of see how big this thing is going to be. And we've just touched the tip of the iceberg so far. Okay. Back this up. Oh, we got to put an end cap on it now. No, we already got the end on there. Oh, the 4x4 only. Okay, for the 4x4, so what they're saying is on the 4x4 version, you wouldn't have that extension. You would have put that end cap on the back of that. So, but because we have the 6x6, we don't have to worry about this. And then 27, 28, 29, 4x4 only, 4x4 only. Oh, now we can put the, you can use the printed stands to hold your frame. The picture shows a 6x6 frame. Okay, the printed stand. Oh, so let's move these things all back. We have our printed stand here. Boom. So we have one. There's 6. I dropped one, but it's only showing 4 in the diagram, but I guess you could use 6, 4, 3, 4. Let's see, where is it? You're lifting it up here, and here, and there, and there. There we go. There's the frame on the stand. Frame on the stand. There we go. Look at that. I don't know what the other 2 were for. That's okay. 2 more. We got spares. It said to print 6 if you're doing the 6x6, but obviously not. Frame assembly. You can use the printed stands to hold your frame. Okay, that's 30, page 31. Oh, now we're on to part 2. Gearbox. This is the part that I said I can't start, so we're now working on part 2, which is the gearbox, but this is the part where the print failed on me, and I'm reprinting these parts right now. I don't know what all this other, I think all the gears and everything are for going in these gearboxes that we did. So let's just have a quick peek through here. So we would do that one, and then we're screwing into those things, that's fine. Then that one. 536. Oh, we're already. Oh, that's all the pages I took out right now. That's why. Okay, so let's go ahead and put that back there. Put that back there. 3031. So we're gonna start these. So I'm gonna put these pages back in the book. 20. Oh man, I got them all mixed up already. Silly me. There we go. I'm just going to put these back in the book. And then I'm going to grab the next handful of pages out. See where we're going from here. Yeah, a lot of the gearbox stuff here now. So those are going here. Boom, boom, boom. And that's 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41. Yeah, I got to wait till the rest of these things print. Okay, and then, yeah, because then the gearboxes, all the gears that we're going to make are going to go into these other printed pieces that I have. So yeah, the goal was to have everything ready to go right now. But when my printer nozzle jammed, it gave me different reason not to. But anyways, and we are still 2 hours and 22 minutes away from that plate being finished. And then I got more gears printing on this one. This finished on the Creator 5, so there's some more black parts that are going to be coming up. And basically I'm printing them in the order we're going to have to assemble things. So that is finished. Enter the Polymaker draw right now, because we'll pause here and we'll do a draw. We will do a draw. And then we'll start some more prints. Man, there's a lot of parts. I'm trying my best to keep everything organized, but I'm kind of stalled because of those damn gears. What are you printing the gears differentials with? PLA. That's basically what they suggested for most of this stuff is PLA. On the Creator 5 was these 4 parts right here. I'm not even sure what these are. But again, these look like they're going to take a crap load of screws, whatever they are. These look like they're, I don't know what they are. They are called, let's see. I'll show you, let's just show you where we're at here. Here's where we're at. So we've finished part 1 here. So we've made it this far. In an hour and a half. This is going to be a long build. So, and then we got onto our stands. There we are. That's what we've done right there. And then the gearbox here is what we're doing now. So, and I love it because it tells you what plates you need to make all these parts. It's great. And Important, if the long screws are difficult to install, pre-tap the holes and apply a small amount of grease to the screws. I use soap. I find if I lube those screws with soap, that's from the Droid builds, using 50mm screws, yeah. And then we're going to be doing this and this. So I have, these are the parts that I'm reprinting now, is all these gear pieces. And once they're all done, then I do have all of these casing pieces are already finished right here. All the black pieces are finished. So darn if it didn't screw up and I don't have these gear pieces ready yet. So the parts that were on the Creator 5 just now were these ones here, which is called the wheel hubs. Oh, and I got to print that 3 times, which I didn't do. So I have to print that 2 more times. And you got to keep an eye over here because you're supposed to print everything. And this one I didn't print 3 times. I keep forgetting to look over at this part where it says how many times to print these pieces. Dang. See, it's a good thing I realize this now. So that way I can actually go ahead and print these again before it actually comes time to assemble them. And I go, oh crap, I didn't print enough of these pieces. So there we go. So let's go ahead and, what I'll do, forget about retractions, get the settings of the manufacturer's website. Yeah. It's a model made of screws and bolts held together with filament. I like that. That's a really good analogy. I'm a West Coast. Well, not even West Coast. I'm Calgary, Alberta. When you put the bearings on the gears, preheat them on a printer bed 60 to 70 Celsius so they expand so they go on easy. Oh, okay, didn't know that. Okay, these are cool little tips. I'm not going to be ready for that yet, but hopefully you're here and remind me of that when I am ready for it. So let me go ahead and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put 2 more of these. Actually, I'm going to put all 4 of these. I should be able to fit the rest of these pieces that I didn't print enough on the Creator 5 bed, and I think I've got enough. Yeah, I put a full spool of filament on there. A full spool of Polymaker PLA. Yep, black. So let me go ahead. And here is the, so here, there's something really weird about the FlashForge sorry, I'm having a brain fart here. Where am I here? So here's the, so this one, so I need to do another set of that. So I'm going to clone that. Where's my clone in here? Right here. Clone once. Okay, so I got those. Canadian, not enough custom builders and modders near me in Nova Scotia. Yeah, we're far and few between in Canada. You made your dragster out of it. I'm just catching up on the chat here. The only one with a stealth changer in your province. Ah. Okay, so, oops. I switched screens here and didn't mean to. Yeah, so with the FlashForge Studio, it's weird because so now I need to bring another part in here. I need to bring, because I need to print another 2 sets of this part. So that's number 16. And the beauty of it is that all the files from them, if you'll notice, right here, the STL files, they're all numbered. So number 16. With this FlashForge slicer, I cannot drag and drop. Oh yeah, it is. Oh no, it's with the it's the Elegoo that I can't. So I'm going to drag and drop that one on there, and let's see if I can fit these on here. No, it's not going to fit everything. Okay, but I can do that manually. Don't be such a pain. So that I want number 3 filament. Oh, but are they the same settings? Let's just make sure the settings of these. They are. Oh no, they're different settings altogether. These are 30 lines, 30 walls, 95 concentric, so we're going to have to run them separate anyways. Okay, so we're not going to do that for this one. So for this one, we'll get rid of this. Let's just move that off the build plate for now. We'll bring that on later, and we'll put this one on here. And let's see if there's anything else that I missed that I need to print more parts of. No, I think that was one of the only ones. Print this 3 times. I haven't done that yet, and that's in my silver anyways. And I believe that, yeah, that's the only one I missed. And looking forward a little bit, yeah, no, nothing with that same infill and everything. Okay, so we're going to go back here, and we're going to just minimize this. And we're going to go ahead and put that on here. We'll go ahead and slice this, and we'll run these again, and then we'll have to run these other parts. I've got to stop and slow down and read the instructions a little more carefully so I don't run into an issue down the road where I am missing parts. Oops, printer needs me to say, okay, you're ready to go. There you go. Okay, now if I do that again, we should be good. No, come on. There we go. It's got that thing on the screen when a print finishes. If you don't go okay, it won't free up the printer to print something else. So we'll let this rip over. Then we'll do our Polymaker draw. So I'm going to do a Polymaker draw any second here. If you haven't entered, enter, and you've had lots of warning. Lots and lots of warning. Okay, and I think it's gone over to the printer. Has it gone over? No, it hasn't gone over. Why? Why didn't you go over? Send. Go. What's your problem? Why is it not going? The printer's hooked up, everything's fine. You're just being a dink. Okay, let me reslice it and see. Something's going on here. Something's going on here. Let me go back over here. Let me just move that slightly. Let me reslice the plate and see if that works. For some reason it's not communicating with the printer. Okay, I'll fix that in a minute. Let's just do a draw. Make sure to give Ghost in the Machine. I know it's it's a flash forge slicer. It's a fork of Orca. So thank you so much, Jerry. Appreciate that. If printing in object mode, I can do separate settings. Oh, that's true too. That's very true too. That's true too, very true. Oops. Let's go back here. I just want to see what's going on here. Let's go back here. Why are you not? Let's go to my device. It's recognizing device list. There it is. It's idle. It's fine. We're fine. Preview. Prepare. Okay, we're sliced. Print plate. Creator 5. Blah, 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 blah. Or let's refresh. Fair enough. Send. And you're not wanting to send. Am I going to have to reboot the printer? Is that what you're telling me? No, I don't want to cancel it, but you're not doing diddly for me. Oi, oi, oi. Hey, Matthew Murray. Okay, guys, I'm going to do the Polymaker draw, then we'll see what's going on with the printer. So I'm going to close the draw. If you haven't entered, you've had lots of time. So let's go ahead and close the draw. Boom, boom. It looks like we have 50 responses. Let's close the draw. Done. Save. Let's get the sheet. Let's do our usual stuff here. Let's download the responses. I always give the play-by-play, so Downloading the responses. Let's just restart. I'm just going to restart the slicer. Nah, yeah, I'm going to restart the slicer first. Printable 17. We'll save that plate so that I don't have to do that. And I'm going to restart the slicer after I do the draw. And then we'll see if maybe there was an issue with the slicer froze. And if not, I'll reboot the printer. Okay, downloads. There is our live stream draw right there. Let's replace the one that's already on the desktop. And let's open the spreadsheet. We always check for duplicates, so if you've entered twice, you're going to be disqualified. And I don't see any duplicates. You guys are good. You guys are really good. Okay. We're going to copy the names. But I got to do one thing really quick first. Talk amongst yourselves for a second. Talk amongst yourselves for a minute. I don't need to sign in. I don't. No, close. Why are you making me sign in? Okay, my email's giving me a hassle. That's why I haven't received the email yet. Huh. My email is being a dink. Let's see what's going on here. Okay. I'm trying to get the code that I'm going to be sending the winner, but my email is not cooperating. Continue. It's never done this before. Let me see. Oh hell, it didn't even send my email. Give me a break. Okay, bear with me 1 second, folks. Live streaming issues. There we go. Okay. Okay, let's get back to the draw, and then we'll worry about that email coming in a minute. And I think I copied all that stuff, but we'll do it again anyways. Copy. And let's get back to the page. There we are. Come on. I love my computer. I love my computer. There we go. Talk to myself. Count the bricks on the back wall while you wait. There you go. Everybody thumbed? Good. Give it lots of thumbs. Okay, we're going to go to this page. We're going to do the giveaway dice. Hang on, where's that? Why is that? I didn't even realize I had that comment pinned. There we go. Okay, I didn't realize that comment was pinned on the screen. We're going to do the giveaway page. So how this works is we're going to roll some dice. Okay, and the first roll, whichever the smallest total we get, the smallest roll is going to be the number of times we mix it up. The largest number is going to be how many seconds we spin the wheel for. So we're going to roll the first dice now. Ready? Go. Roll. First total is 24. 24. And the second total is, let's roll the dice again. 18. Oh, there we go. So we're going to mix it up 18 times. We're going to spin it for 24 seconds. It's all in the dice. It's all in the dice. Chat blocks the links. Let's get back to that. I didn't see that you were trying to post a link, but let's get back to that. Okay, let's get to the Polymaker giveaway page. Let me just turn this on so I can make sure everything's working. And here we go.
The Polymaker giveaway! Hey! All the answered names get to play! Hey! Count it down, shout it out, don't be late. Time for the Polymaker giveaway!
Okay, cool. Okay, so we're going to... Why is that camera is following me again? Stop. Stop. There we go. Unless you're a mod. Okay, that's probably what it is. Just give me a minute. Let me do this, and then we'll work on that. Okay, let's go to the wheel. And here we have the wheel on the screen. I'm going to send it to 24 seconds, and we're going to shuffle the names 18 times. We're going to paste everybody's name in. Good luck, everybody. Pasting all the names in, and we're going to shuffle 18 times. Ready, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. You got to be here to win. You got to say something in chat. Good luck, everybody. Here we go. Look at the middle of the wheel and be hypnotized. And I always say this, like, you want to play a game? Good luck, everybody. And the winner of tonight's Polymaker draw is me. Petty Ruxpin. Petty Ruxpin, congratulations. Say something in chat, Petty Ruxpin, and you can win. Petty Ruxpin, congratulations. Are you here? Dum, da, da, dum. We're going to give you the... Stop following me. Stop following me, camera. Petty Ruxpin, say something, please and please. We'll give you the standard 90 seconds. I don't see anything yet. Petty Ruxpin, are you taggable? Petty Ruxpin, are you there? Petty Ruxpin. I know you're a regular on here. There you are. Petty Ruxpin says, woohoo, thanks. Awesome, Petty Ruxpin. I will send you a link. Let me see if that came in finally. Let me see. Let me go back to this page here first. Doop, doop. And let me see if that email came in finally. I've been waiting today, but it turns out that I think it did. Maybe it did. Inbox. It is here. Good. Finally arrived. I thought I had sent it today, but my email had bugged out on me. But there is the code. We're going to copy that code. I have a preset email for you. All ready to go. Let's just close that. Close that. Close that. And there's the email there. And we're going to copy the code in here. And I'm going to get your email. Bear with me 1 second. I just got to find your email. There you are right there. Doom, doom. Copy, Control C, Command C on the Mac. Don't know why I say that. And Control V, Command C on the Mac, Command V on the Mac. And send. There you go, Petty Ruxpin. It's on its way to you right now as we speak. You'll probably get it quicker than I can find the window to bring the stream back. There we are. There we go. Congratulations. Boeing 5, you just subscribed. This stuff is awesome. Thank you so much, Boeing 5. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. I try to make my streams a little exciting. Sometimes they can get boring, but you know, building models like this, stick around. This is going to take a lot of live streams to finish. And I'm trying to keep up with the printed parts as we go. But anyway, speaking of keeping up with the printed parts, let's see what's going on with the FlashForge Creator 5, why it's not printing. So let's open the... Let's open the slicer again. It's Flash Studio. It's 1.7.11. Here, let's you guys can share my misery here. Okay, there is the project we're opening. The all new FlashForge app. No, let's cancel that. So here's the one we're opening. Boop boop. Right there. Okay. We're all ready to go. We're all ready to slice. So if I slice it, let's see if this works this time. It's only like 30 minutes. Boom. There we go. 3 hours and 30 minutes. And then let's say print plate and send. Are you going to send this time? It's not sending. Okay, so I'm going to reboot the printer. It's not sending. Okay, so I'm going to go over and reboot the printer. We're fine on the screen, but who knows, right? We'll give the printer the reset. We'll let the printer start up. We'll let the printer start up again. and we'll see what's going to happen. Click on the device. Yeah. The device is live. Wireless fun times. I know. Thank you, Richard. Appreciate that. No blood in the wild. Just saying. Oh, come on. Don't jinx me, man. Oh, can't believe you just said that. You just bought a poly roll from when I won a few weeks ago. Hey, no problem, Matthew. Awesome. That's great. Good to hear. Almost like a Star Wars tune the printer plays when it boots up. Okay, so printer's booted up. Oh, it says, let's see, initializing. Initializing. Love this printer, by the way, so far. So far, by the way. Come on, there we go. Lights on, initializing, we're good. Let's get to the slicer. Here we are, slicer. Change you guys to the display. Go to the device tab. It's idle, so it's got the right device. It's idle. Device status. It's not offline. There, device status. There we are. Full power. It's online. So now let's go back to prepare. Let's go to print plate. Let's go send. And we're not. What's going on? Oh. What is going on? Okay, let's look at the network. Send failed. Please check network device. LAN, local area network. It's recognizing the printer. Okay, let's cancel that. Oh, canceling 100% cancel the print job. Lovely. Yeah, it's cloud-based. I'm not wired directly into the printer. Let's go back to the home. We're logged in, we're fine. Device is here, and it says it's recognizing the device. It says device list. The device is idle. It's got the temperatures. It's reading the device. Let's see. You might need Interpol approval. You static IP all devices. Yeah, and I'm not. I got to learn how to do that one day. I'm not that well versed in this stuff. Prepare. Let's do the home. We are logged in. Okay, device is fine. Preview. Print plate. Refresh. So we still have the right printer. We have the right filament. We want the black. Network. See if it connects. That's weird. I'll check on the printer and see if maybe yeah, there's something weird going on here. It's a good thing there's only 8 minutes left in the stream. Let me look on this. Let me look on the display here and see if there's something I'm missing. Let's go. New firmware update. Well, there we go. Okay, let's update the firmware. It shouldn't take long. Maybe this firmware update will fix the issue. Maybe that's what's been holding it from printing, is because it had a new firmware update. It just told me though now on the reboot that there was a firmware update. Please keep network connected and do not power off the printer during update. Gotta love this stuff. Please firmware updated successfully. Please restart the printer. So it's connecting to the network because it updated the firmware. Let's restart the printer. And I swear the tune that it plays at the beginning sounds like it's going to play the Star Wars theme. Da, 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 da. Or no, not the Star Wars theme, the Chariots of Fire theme. What am I thinking? Chariots of Fire. Who remembers that? Upgrading MCU. Okay, upgrading MCU, please wait. I'm waiting. I'm waiting. Let's go over here, let's wait. Let's see. Okay, who's saying what? Yeah, I tried turning it off and back on. 194 was released depending on how we feel about that. Shapes now matters to allow printing. It does not. Definitely a network issue. I called it. Old folks like us. Oh, here we go. We're booting now. I want you to hear this tune. I'm standing right next to it. Come on. I swear it goes do 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 do. Right now it just says Flash Forge. Oh, it went do 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 do. Okay, so maybe I'm thinking it wrong. Initializing. Come on. Initializing. There we go. We're booted. Let's see if that helped. Okay, don't know if Jerry is still on, but I sent him the link to post. Okay. People don't jog anymore. Chariots of Fire was the best theatrical score from a movie without spaceships. Yeah, oh, that score was great from that movie. Whatever it went, you know. Anyways, let's go back here. Let's go in here and let's see. Send. Still not sending. Okay. Cancel. Yes. Close that. Let's shut down the program. We'll discard everything because it's already saved. Okay. And we will get in here and we will restart Flash Studio. The next trick after this is I would then reboot my computer in case it's something going on in my computer, which it could very well be because the computer, the printer did update itself and everything. So let's slice the plate again. So it could very well be something in my computer, but I can't restart the computer without, you know, the stream being interfered. But, you know, I am going to be ending the stream shortly. So here we go. So let's see, print plate, send. It should be as simple as this. Yeah, definitely something going on. It should be sending. It recognizes the printer's there. It says the printer's idle, but there's an issue with sending the file over. Oh, send failed. Please check network or device status. Let's try sending again. Yeah, there's something going on. Okay. Yeah, it's going to fail again. Okay, well, is what it is. Oh, there we go. Jerry did it. Awesome. Thanks, Jerry. Yeah, I can copy to the SD card, which I may end up doing. But I think what I'll do is we're about to finish up right now, and I think what I'll do is I'll reboot the computer, see if that does anything. But the fact is I shouldn't have to put it on an SD card to send it over. It should work. It was working all day today. It was working yesterday. It should work. Came out in 81. It's not that old. Thank you for saying that, Tuxedo. I'm not that old either. I came out in 62. I didn't come out like that sounds terrible, but I came out of my womb in 62. Check your IPs. Yeah. Well, it's not necessarily dependent on IPs because basically the printer is sending a signal to the network and then the Flash Studio software is detecting the printer and it should connect to it automatically. So, yeah. The print finished in 1962. Oh, from the phone app. Oh, that's a good question. Flash Studio. Let's just see. Device. Let's number one see if it can find the device. Creator 5 idle. Yeah, it shows me my device is idle, so I'm reading. I don't want to send a job from here because I could always cancel it, I suppose. But yeah, I'll figure it out. I think I just have to reboot my my computer. Do you ever try and be like, oh, Jerry, I didn't answer your message, Jerry, but I'll answer it after. No, I didn't, but the one I'm using right now seems to be working fine, so we're good for that. There's been no issues, and I know that they did have an issue, and it's been since fixed. So you're younger than me, so don't worry about it. Oh, I know. Thank you. Restart just sleeps Windows, shut down, closes everything. Oh, okay, yeah, okay. Well, that's what I'll do. Was it a bed womb? A bed womb. Oh my gosh, Andrew, you're pushing it. Okay. Watching Hogan's Heroes for the 900. I gotta see if I can get that on some old TV channel, Hogan's Heroes. I love that show. Anyways, guys, I think that's it for me for now. Thank you so much. We're going to continue this. The gear parts will be finished, so we'll pick up where we left off, which is the gear crank casings. And I'm going to print like a madman all week and hopefully get a lot more of this stuff done and ready to go. Oh, that just fits together just like that. Oh, that's going to be cool. Wonder what goes in there. Anyways, I digress. I'm going to print like a madman all week. We'll have a lot more done, and hopefully I can keep on top of all the printing so that each week when we stream this build, we can actually do something. And the goal is to hopefully have this up and running by, what do you say, Christmas? I don't know. It's a long build. It's a long build, so you just got to be patient with it. So at least I don't have to worry about what am I going to do next week, because I know what I'm going to be doing next week. And I'm going to leave it all, and I think I'm going to do as much as I can live, just because I think it's a really cool and interesting build. So thank you, everybody. You guys have a fantastic week. Thank you again very much for the for the donation. Sorry, I'm choking here. Sorry. You choked me up, Richard, that's why. But thank you so much, Richard, for the donation. I appreciate that. I appreciate you all as always. And we'll catch you guys next week. Same build next week. So talk to you guys later. Bye for now.